I'm a bit late. Hi Lorna, hi Jane. Hi. So I am Emma from Emma's Happy Place. If you're coming in after the live, hi, hello and welcome. Please do give us a subscribe, thumbs up, like, share, all that jazz. I am live on Facebook as well. And I do have a website which is emmashappyplace.co.uk, which is there. I will be with you in just a second. I've just got to do this bit that I'm useless at, as we all know. I hope you've all had a lovely weekend. Hi, Tracy. There we are. No, that's wrong, Emma. So tonight is Colour Your World, and basically it's an inspiration thing. I've started it last year. We're doing it again this year, and it is just getting us to use things we haven't used for a while, get us to think outside the box, getting to use some colours or something that we haven't used in a while. I am going with old as well. Hi, Sheila. So today's prompt is something old in the colour teal. Now, teal can be anywhere between turquoisey teal to more on the green side. It's whatever you think it is. And by old, it means whatever you want it to mean. It can mean something that is really old, or something that is an old product, or an old technique, anything at all. I'm going with these leaves, the skeleton leaves. And we're going to use it a little bit different. Another one. Is England won? That's kind of why I was late. It's because it's got into extra time. Has England won? We've got England had to take with us. Hi Donna, hi Sarah. Hi anybody else that's coming in. So we're going to do some texture. I've got some teal here. I've got some glitter here. I've got a stamperia book. To England. Somebody will be happy anyway when he arrives. I'm going to work on mixed media paper tonight, and basically what I've done is I've drawn around a skeleton leaf, and we're going to use a skeleton leaf to create texture. So I'm going to pop the skeleton leaf there. These are really old to the point where they're falling apart when I'm using them, so I have got one already dry and everything ready in case this one does break. I've cut this so I don't get as much texture paste around the edges when I'm doing gel medium around the edges when I'm doing it. So I've made a mask essentially. I just roughly cut around it because I'm not too bothered how much is there. Excellent. Somebody will be pleased. I'm going to grab my spatula. And we're going to use gel medium, which I've lost. It's a massive tub. How about it is? It's that big. I'm using Liquitex. Use whatever you want. I'm using a heavy body one because it goes through stencils and everything, but it can be watered down. And all I'm going to do is, this might just disintegrate. I had to do it a couple of times. Stencil just through, and that's what we're using the skeleton leaf as, stencil. And then the idea is, once the gel medium is all over the skeleton leaf, I can then use the leaf if I can get it to stay in one bit. And you won't actually see any of the texture properly until it's dry, and we'll add something over the top of it. Take that off. Now I have squidged out quite far, but I'm not too fussed. I've left the sound on here. I wonder if I can turn it off. Right, can you still hear me even though I've turned sound up? See, these ones are just falling apart, but that's fine as well. There we go. Put that on there. Like that. And then there's the texture. Can you see it? It is so cool. And I've got one here that is dry. Can you find? There we go. Awesome. Thank you very much. So this one here is dry. I did it earlier. And you can see the texture. Oh, you might not be able to see it properly as yet. So skeleton leaves are that old. We used to use them ages ago, didn't we? So I thought that's my old pot. Then for teal, I've got turquoise and I've got 2 acrylic paints. This one to me is more teal anyway, but I'm going to add a little bit of green to it, I think. And it's just acrylic paint. Stolen from the mother. It's on a mixed media card, this. Watercolour cards, another go-to, a mixed media card. That's what I tend to use all the time, unless it's obviously my kits, and then I use like a lighter weight mixed media type. So I've already got some teal on the mat, in the water. Just a little bit of that. I want a really, really watery mixture, and I'm going to go in with a little bit of green into that as well, I think. A little bit more. There we go. I'm happy with that as a teal blue. I'll put the lids on these because they're really watery. It's a skeleton leaf. I've had them in my stash for, it must be going on 15 years. You can buy them though anyway. Loads of people are trying to get rid of them at one point. And what I'm going to do is get that hair off and molten. I'm going to let it drip down. I want quite a bit because I am going to cut it back, so I'll rip it back maybe. And then I'm going to spray it over the leaf. Now to come down the leaf. Now you can see the whole leaf coming to life. It's going in all the little nooks and crannies of it. There's plenty of water on there. And that's the thing with watercolour card and mixed media card. It can handle quite a lot of water. Yeah. And then I've got a glitter watercolour here, which you can get again everywhere. I've had it ages. I've been hunting through the stash for anything I've had for longer than 5 years. And I'm going to mix that into there. Not water. This is just a watercolour, glitter watercolour. And kind of just going to add it just so the leaf's got a little bit shimmer. Usually at Christmas time you can get some pretty nice skeleton leaves. And I don't know how well you can see that. You might be able to see it better when I dry it. Hi, Jan. Pop them in the water and I'll grab some tissue to clean my mat. And then I've got the heat tool, which was just buried under stuff the other day. I think don't want too much colour. I want it knocked back a little bit. There. You'll see all the texture in it. Right, so I'm going to grab the heat tool. So brace yourself if you've got earphones in. The shimmer is really, really nice. I just thought it would add a little hint of something because I've got a stamperia book, which we're going to use, which I have kept for so long. Right, brace yourself. Hi, Joan. Let's dry it off. Make it safe. It's just a very subtle shimmer. I mean, there's a bigger bit. I might splat some on the bit. We will see. So Colour Your World is an idea. It's just to get us using our stash. It's very loosely the prompt and the colour, like I say, it's to get using something maybe you wouldn't. Maybe thinking a little bit a different way, trying a new technique. Just outside the box a little bit. This page here, I will probably trim down and put in a journal. Because I like art journals. I like them to keep. I like them to look at. I like them because they're mine. It's just creating something just for me. I think art journals are one of the best things ever. One of the best trends ever, because it gets you to keep using stuff, it gets you to keep creating, and not just as and when we need to make a card for somebody, or it's something just for us and we get to try new things. Nearly there. I put a lot of water on it. I don't know if I can see the shimmer. I'm not very good at it. I can see all the texture though, which is fantastic. What we could do as well is take some plug that because it gets in the way. What we could do is take like a gilding wax or a paint. What's this? Oh, this is iridescent, just iridescent. Gold interference, that might work a bit better. So I'm going to use it's acrylic paint. What I'm going to do is go over the top and just see. Oh, I can see it. It's not spreading very well though. So I don't want to fill in all the texture. See, just a little bit. You can see the texture there. The texture on it is just, it's something different. And if you did it with a texture paste, like we did the other day, make our own with a dark colour and then went over with a shimmer, it would be even, you would see it even better. Oh. And then, this is the thing with Colour Your World, I've got nothing planned till I actually start. And then I just see which way the wind blows us. Oh gosh. Some stencils. Use this one. And possibly I'll go in with a little bit of this. Who else is keeping up with Colour Your World? Is anybody doing it? Or just playing along as and when you've got time, because you nip in and out. You don't have to stick to it all the time. Just a little bit. Don't want a lot. Nice. I still want the colour, but I want less of it. So when it's still wet is the time to take some of the colour out if you want. I want the shape. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It hasn't took much out, but a little bit. There we go. And then what I would do is cut this down, so ignore any of this. That doesn't look neat. You are, yeah, that's fabulous. So this is the Stamperia book that I've got. I've never used it. I was keeping it for ever, I think. Don't know why, just was. I don't even know if they're making it again, this one. But some of the colours in them are the teal as well, so I thought it would be absolutely fantastic to go with this. But you can use whatever you want at all. Right. And I'm thinking the wolf, you know. I am. Do you find Colour Your World helps, Sheila? Gets us thinking a little bit outside the box and just doing something, creating. I think I might have that moon as well. Maybe we will see what happens. So again, don't worry about fussy cutting anything out exact. You can leave a border. And a lot of things, anyway, are loosely it wouldn't matter if you missed a little bit or you took a little bit extra off, because nobody's going to know, especially when we add everything else. And moving the paper definitely helps, keeping the scissors still. And moving the paper, so when you get a wiggly bit, move the paper rather than the scissors. And also keeping the paper further down the scissors helps, gets you smoother cut. Because if you're cutting choppy like that all the time, you're going to get it like snips off rather than getting a smooth cut. And it does take a little bit of practice. Also using these fingers, like not cutting like that, because you haven't got as much control, but using either this finger or both of them definitely helps. You have a little bit more control. And then you can hold this finger and guide this is a little bit more. It does take a little bit of practice to get used to, but it definitely helps. Definitely, Sarah, go for it. Art journals are just, I love them. I do. It's creating for us. We get to use what stuff that we maybe wouldn't usually use or we don't want to use for somebody else. You know, how the stuff that we collect for a special occasion, use it on yourself. Use your best charms and things to decorate it. And right, so now I'm going to build up an image around these. I'm unsure of what, but we will sure find out what I find along the way. Oh, to be honest, I'm quite liking this full stop, but it does need more. You know me, I can't stop until we're done. So, maybe we need one of the skeleton leaves behind. Or, like that. Yeah, I like that. And I do have some of these little stamps, texture stamps, which I use them quite often. I've had them for ages. I'm just seeing if I had any more close by. I don't. But sorry, I'm looking for ink pad at the same time. The brain's working at the same time as. Do you know what? I should have just kept that paint out. And we'll use the same colour paint to stamp with. And then it goes with it. And this one here, it's just like fabric texture. Oh. Just a little bit, just to darken some of the area down around it. But keeping the same colourway going. That can go there. It can go there. And then sorry, I'm concentrating, I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. Yeah. And just have a couple of little bits. Because you can stamp in anything. You can stamp in watercolour, you can stamp using ink pad, you can stamp using your paint, you can stamp, if you've got watercolour pens, you can rub on the stamp and spritz it with water. Just make sure that you throw them in the sink and wash them after you've used acrylic paint. Hi, Lainey. When you're done. So this, I won't be live until, not next week, the week after. I'm unsure what day though. It'll either be the Tuesday or the Thursday. But I don't know as yet. But I will pop posts up. And what I'm going to do is So I kind of want a silhouette around this now. I might go in darker. And again, I'm doing it loosely with the blue first to see how I feel. Because it is, at the end of the day, just a bit of paper. So if it goes wrong, what I would do is just go back to what I originally had in my head, and I would just cut the actual leaf out. Where is... There it is. So this is ground espresso. But yeah, I'm pretty sure, Lorna, if you put in Amazon skeleton leaves, a gazillion and one will pop up. And you can get them in loads of different sizes. But to be honest, a lot of people wanting to get rid of them. But I've got loads of uses for these ones. Once I started pulling the stuff out, the brain started going. So watch this space. You'll have to remind us when I come back though. Yes, any orders as well that are placed on the website between now and the following week won't go out until the Tuesday, so a week on Tuesday. Right. Let's ink around these so we can see a little bit better where we're going with it. I've got the moon just going up there. And the wolf. Wilfred Wolf. Yeah, I'm not very good at drawing wolves and things like that, so I wouldn't ever expect one from me. You never know, though. That can go there. So you can see how it's starting to build up. Still feel like I'd give him something to stand on, maybe. Like that. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Him stood on something. So I'm grounding. That's what I'm essentially doing here. I'm putting a shadow under where the wolf is going to go, and then add one around him as well, and it just sort of settles him. It makes him look like he's on something, which again we could do. Where's your bit of paper gone? Bear with. Bear with. Bear with. So I've just got printer paper, and I'm thinking, you know, this little wolf might like to be standing on. So it's just very, very faint. I'm using what's on here. I'm not adding any more. And again, I will cut it down so a lot of it will be lost. Like it'll vanish. Right. That would go there. He would go there. And it looks like we've got some mountains and things now behind. Just a hint. Obviously not proper mountains. That would go there. And you know what? I don't hate that at all. I really don't. But I do feel like we'll maybe need some splats. Some rather big splats. My brush was very wet. And some little ones as well. Why not? Let's tidy this up again. I'm going to put the heat tool back on again to dry it. I'm pleased you're enjoying it, because it really is off the cuff. I say I had a plan for the colour, and I had a plan for the book I was going to use, and obviously the leaves. But everything else is just happening along the way. I'm just drying it a little bit. And I might just tear around it rather than cutting it out straight. But I'll tear it off as straight as I can. So it's got a torn edge, but it's not like really, really torn. That will do for that. I'm using my drawer now, you know, as a shelf. The drawer in the kitchen. Right, so if I sort of do this and tear it off in a slightly straight line, but not totally straight, then we're going to get a torn edge, which will look totally different. If you don't like the idea of a torn edge, though, you absolutely do not need to yourself. This is whatever you like. So if you like it straight cut, get the guillotine out and cut it off totally straight. But I feel like this will be exactly what I need. Out the way. And then you come in. So when I'm crafting, this is basically what I do. I start off with a colour in my head or a product I want to use, and everything else, or even just a technique. This all came from the leaf and something old. Obviously, I knew I was going to use teal. Oh, sorry. I mean, that totally changes it already, just having this. And then I want this leaf on as well, the glue. There, and the leaf is just a silver, it's just another shadow. And then the moon. And then the wolf, which I'll put a little bit more glue on him because he's going to go over the leaf a little bit. And he is stood on there. That'll dry clear, so I'm not even worried at all about that. And there. I'm happy with that so far, but we do need words. And I know on the Stamperia book there is words. We're not relying on me for words tonight, thankfully. But that's another thing. In a lot of books and things like that, which you've probably got different scrapbooks and things, there's loads of words. Keep all the words. And then you've got them for my kids. Because I'm useless at words. I've lost my scissors. And we'll use these ones. No, we won't. Yes, I will. Words are I'm useless with words. Do you know what it is as well? I think half the issue with me is in words. I'm not very good at spelling. And even with spell check on the phone, it makes up new ones. So I'd rather leave people to pick their own words or send us words that they want, which I can copy directly. And then it means I don't make stupid mistakes or come out with things that people wouldn't want. That's what it is to me. It's more confidence than anything, because I know for a fact if I ask somebody to spell check things for this, they would. But you know what? I don't want. I'm 31, 41. Asking people to spell check for us is not, you know. We've all got our things, haven't we? But I am more than happy with that. More than happy. And all I would do is I'd probably put it onto a brown card, but I've got black. So, whoa. We nearly ended up with an avalanche there. I've got a pile of papers behind us that I've been working on. And I mean the massive pile of papers. I've got a plan. I've got a few plans, but you know. I know, Jane, I know you would do it, lovely. Thank you so much. You could just send us some words and I'll just copy them. There we go. I am more than happy with that. That is my teal. Old and teal. The old is the skeleton leaves, which are literally that old. They're coming apart. They're literally just falling apart. The colour is teal. And I went with that. And the teal, what I was thinking with the teal was the sky, really, you know, like the sky, the woods and things like that. As soon as I found the book that I hadn't used, I thought straight away, that's going to work perfect. And I've had the book for a good couple of years now. I think that's when it come out. I think they did do a rerun. But there we go. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see yours. Do tag us and everything that you do and share everything that you make on social media as well. Anything with my kits, anything at all. And yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. There's never a plan when I come in to do these. I mean, there's not much of a plan when I do anything, but there's less of a plan with Colour Your World. And it just makes me think outside the box as well, because I'm so stuck in doing my kits and things like that. Sometimes it's just nice to take a step back, look for something I haven't used in a while, and do it. There we go. Again, no orders from the website will go out until a week on Tuesday. I'm having a week off and I'm excited. Very excited. But don't forget, if you do order though, until I come back, if you use Summer Halls, Summer HOLS with a capital S at the start, it's 15% off the whole website. So you could have a treat. And yes, I will miss you all because I love doing the lives. But I will see you very shortly. Don't forget to tag us and everything. Hopefully there'll be some videos going up when I'm away, but it might be when I'm back, depending on, you know, whether it works or not. And I will find us something different to use when I'm away in the craft shops. Something different to use for stop and craft, and hopefully. And we'll look at it when we get back. Thank you. Lots of love. Bye for now.